Are you afraid of heights? Well, I'm a little bit, but normally that's no concern when going to the theater. But what Robert Zemeckis did with his new movie The Walk is really something. Yeah, it's CGI most of the time, but it works incredibly well.
Welcome to New York. Anything to declare?
I'm going to hang a high wire between the two towers of the World Trade Center and walk on it.
The Walk tells the true story of the French tightrope walker Philippe Petit, who did the impossible in 1974. He walked on a high wire between the two towers of the World Trade Center, which was by then the highest building of the world. There was already a movie about this in 2008, the wonderful documentary Man on Wire by James Marsh, in which the whole story was told by Philippe Petit himself. They combined photos and archive material with recreations, and the result was one of the most touching movies I've ever seen. So if you don't know Man on Wire, I highly recommend checking it out. It's extremely well made, heartwarmingly positive and full of esprit. Philippe Petit is one hell of a storyteller, and it's hard to imagine being any more passionate than he is.
As a child, I loved to climb. Nobody could stop me.
His way of telling the story is one major aspect of it, and so it's only logical they used it for The Walk as well. Now it's not Petit himself, but actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt who portrays him. He's addressing the audience directly, and from the start he invites us to take the ride with him. And it's a great ride.
Whoa.
He stands on top of the Statue of Liberty. The World Trade Center, his big dream, behind him in the background. We return to this image again and again as Petit leads us through the story. You can say the narration itself is a key element of the movie. It's not necessary at all to understand the scenes. It's even quite redundant at many times, but that too is part of what makes it so funny. It's exaggerated and rousing, and you have to fall for it to really enjoy the movie, I think. Fortunately, I was into it, or you could say in on the joke. Robert Zemeckis' movie is very upbeat, very playful and a lot of fun to watch. Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays with a heavy accent, and his whole persona is vivid without end. But it totally fits, because like I said, everything happened through the eyes of this talented man. It's a true story, but it's told like an exciting adventure, like the never-ending pursuit of an impossible dream. Also, the movie, like Man on Wire before, feels like a heist movie, because tying a rope across the two towers and then walking on it without any safety guard was, of course, very much illegal.
Now it starts.
Come on, make it snappy, I'm in a red zone!
It's about finding the right accomplices, planning the whole affair, and then of course doing it. The Walk is one fun ride. It has the dream, the adventure, funny side characters, romance, suspense, and a breathtaking finale.
I'll figure out how to get the wire across.
It's a story made for the cinema, a story that should never be forgotten, and a story that will always be in our hearts. But maybe I'm getting a little bit too schmaltzy here with this review. So let's continue. The documentary had almost all of it already, but what Zemeckis is adding to it is of course the almost physical excitement you will experience when watching it on a big screen. They really succeed in giving you a feel of height. You know it's only a trick, but it's so well made that you just want to believe it. And I myself, I was totally into the illusion and really got that feeling of standing right on the edge of that building. Alright, so that's Robert Zemeckis' The Walk starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. A very fun ride, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. So what are your thoughts about it? Did you like the movie? Did you like the French accent? Are you afraid of heights? Please tell me in the comments below, and like always, I promise I will answer you all.
And people ask me, why do you risk death? For me, this is life.